Hello, hi, how are you? Let me hope you're okay. So my name is Ricky and I'm here to give my submission. Today I was invited by Chemical Ali or BARISTA Chemical all the way from Bahrain to give my submission about calibration. If you are to calibrate, are we supposed to first calibrate or are we supposed to first test? Are we supposed to calibrate? That was his question. Are we supposed to first calibrate, then we test, or we supposed to first test, then later on we calibrate? So that was the question. But me, I wanted to see it in this perspective. Let's say, for example, we've just opened up the coffee shop. You've just popped up into the coffee shop. Okay, now, are you supposed to first pull a shot, or you first need to first calibrate? I think that was the question. Now, me, according to how I perceive the question, I think we're supposed to first calibrate first. Okay, so when it comes to technicalities that we're supposed to take, if you want to have a good cup of coffee, there are so many things that you need to calibrate. So the word calibration, we always use it in coffee, but it doesn't really necessarily mean that it only works with any coffee. It only refers where you're supposed to make something to work at its best. That is it. That is what you call calibration. So if it could be a phone or it could be anything, as long as you make it to work at its best. So in the context of coffee, there are so many things that we're supposed to calibrate. Okay, or there are so many variables we need to pay attention to. The likes of the grind size, the likes of the freshness of the coffee. We need to pay attention to the quality of the water. We need to see if the pressure is on point. We need to ensure, we need to have a scale. We need to ensure, proper tamping. We need to ensure coffee is well distributed. We need to ensure the flow rate is okay. Okay, there are so many things we need to consider. The flow rate, the speed at which water passes into your pack. Me, I would definitely say we need to first calibrate first, then we test, because the idea of calibrating is to come up with a good quality or with a good taste. So you cannot just test then later on you calibrate. That one can definitely happen if at all there is something we call like a challenge. Let's say, for example, you calibrate and you see that maybe the flow rate is too fast. That is when you think of where to adjust. Could it be the grind size, or I'm supposed to could it be the grind size? What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to go maybe coarser or finer? You need to be able to identify what could be the challenge. In my submission, I think we need to calibrate first, then we try to test and we try to evaluate. Okay, to evaluate our coffee or to test our coffee to see if all the flavors have complemented. This is my submission. Okay, that is my submission. What is your submission? Let's meet there with Chemical Ali.